Hey everybody, do you want to make a D&D podcast like us or really any podcast? Well, then you got to know about Anchor. First off, my favorite part, it's very free. It's the most free. It costs no dollars. That's sick. Second part, you can start monetizing with their monetization tools immediately with no minimum listenership. Also very sick. You can now, this is new, you can take any song from Spotify and add it directly into your episodes. And let me tell you, that's freaking sick nasty. So download the Anchor app or go to anchor.fm to get started today.
Last time on Lawful Stupid, you see that the streak of light has gone up toward the moon and has encompassed Unith. The more full moon has a tiny sliver missing from it, has turned it into a dark red, which has kind of made the sky around it also a dark red. The earth has stopped shaking. The tower has stopped shaking. Riz says to you, that can't be good. And so you make your way back to the KNG.
Well, do you want to go in with Breeze and say that me and Miss B died?
That can be a distraction up top.
B will hand him the little device to pretend to be a person. What if you manage to become the director and be able to get into some places?
Give me that. I got this. I'm gonna fuck the director in more ways than one.
On your way, for whatever reason, Director Housen himself is making round. Breeze! And William, it's so good to see you. How are you here? You were reported dead.
I'm not dead, right?
We're gonna need to brief you guys immediately.
And so William takes 2, 3, 4 steps away from the director, kind of past him. William pulls from his pocket an arrowhead, and he twists it.
And all sounds, even Breeze is doing. So Breeze gets what you're doing. He's tapping on a table, and then you do that, and he's still tapping motion on the table, but no sound.
I turn and attack the director, full on.
Oh my.
Breeze and William sat for a period of time debriefing Director Housen and Agent Sly on their disappearances and the disappearances of the team. Presumably, the other two, Fiume and Beatrice, being dead. It's only after a few moments that Misery was able to prompt Agent Sly out of this briefing room, leaving the three, Director Housen, William, and Breeze, to themselves. Last episode, we ended where William steps around behind Director Housen.
Then I turn and attack.
I need to know.
Why was it sexy? Why was it sexy when you attacked?
What do you do? What do you do? What does this move look like? I mean, is it like a physical or
what am I doing?
Yeah.
Oh, 100%. I'm going to attack with my chain, and then I'm going to use Molten Gauntlet twice.
Oh
so it'll be a chain attack, and then basically I'm coming with 2 fucking fire fists on this person.
So let's do your first attack. So you're saying chain first, right? You're doing the chain attack?
Chain first, because I have to open with a chain in order to use the invocations.
Do that, and do it with advantage. That one first.
Okay. I assume a 26 hits.
Yes.
It doesn't. You're wrong. He's the strongest guy ever. I'm the director, bitch.
With that attack, it's gonna swipe him across the back, and I think it pushes him over on top of the table that is there, because he's been shuffling papers together, and knocks him over onto the table, and tears kind of this fiery stripe through the back of his uniform. Roll your second attack for me, please, and third.
Sure.
You have 2 more, right?
Oh yeah, I'll just roll them all. Yeah. Alright. So 16 and a 23.
So as a reaction, Breeze is going to jump in front of this next attack that you give. The first one misses. I'm just going to say that's because the force of you pushing him forward, you didn't anticipate him being moved so easily, and it misses. The second one does connect with Breeze in his chest as he kind of jumps across full body. And go ahead and roll damage for me.
Am I rolling damage for the first one on the director?
Oh, yeah. So you roll that one, and then the third hit for Breeze.
Okay. So that's... What's my proficiency modifier? 8. No, I don't add proficiency. 15 damage to the director. And then Breeze is going to get fucked up. What was he doing? He stepped in front of the strong attack. I lied. 3 damage. And he needs to make a Constitution saving throw.
Okay. He does not pass.
His strength is reduced by 2.
Okay.
Till the end of the day.
Is that your turn?
Yeah.
Or you're. We're not going to do necessarily like I guess we are. We're going to see what happens here. We'll see if it turns into like a full-blown combat. But Breeze stands up and he says, "What are you doing? This isn't part of the plan. He's not the bad guy." And Director Housen is going to just take a moment, like, in complete shock. And he too's like, "William, what is the meaning of this?" And he's going to kind of take a defensive stance, but not one that makes you think he's going to attack back. And it's back to you.
Sure. In response to Breeze, because I assume I get to respond to both of them, or do I just get one response? In response to Breeze, he's leading the corrupt organization. We knew this had to happen. In response to Director Townsend, you knew this would happen. It's the fortune telling wall.
I'll give you just the free speech. If you want to do anything else, you can.
I did not anticipate Breeze stepping in front of me. I will start with free speech and do my call and response and say, Breeze, I need you to stand out of the way. I need to write this so I can take his place and do what we came to do.
He'll say, "What do you mean came to do? We came to stop the doctor, find the doctor. This man has done nothing. We trained together. He's like, to me, what I am to few." And Dr. Housen still kind of taken aback, and I take all in and seeing you guys do this, begins to move toward the door.
No, he super doesn't. I'm attacking him. Like, he 100% attacking him.
Okay.
And in fact, where's Breeze in relation to this?
So imagine you're probably in I'd say 15 by 15 room, table in the middle, very like interrogation style thing. He's on the same side of a table that's about 10 feet long as you. Director's on the other side of the table heading toward a door.
Okay. I'm going to run. It's a small room. I'm going to block the door to start.
Yeah, so you slide in front of it, and your whole body is between now Director Housen and the door.
And then I'm going to see what's going to happen here, I guess. I'm going to go another 3 rounds, but I got to split up my moves. Start with an attack. And you know what? I'm going to do this one by one because I want to see Breeze's response. So I'm going to start with a chain attack for 27.
That's definitely going to hit, yep.
That's going to hit for 12.
Yeah, I think that one hits him across the face and leaves an imprint on his cheek to Director Housen.
How does he look? Does he look like he's not even fazed by this?
He looks like his adrenaline, so like he's not being slowed down right now.
Okay, so
adrenaline, so he's just trying to get out of the situation.
All right, so I've already doled out 27 damage to this guy, and he's fine, so he's not a small target. Okie dokie. Well, I guess I'll start with Blazing Ensnare. So he needs to make a strength saving throw.
Yeah, you can't do anything there. That is a 15.
What is my save now? Ooh. 8 plus mod plus proficiency. What'd you say you got?
15.
Oh, he fails. I have a 6. No, is that right? 16? 5 plus 3 plus 8. Yeah, 16.
Yeah, okay. So what happens now?
So he is grappled, takes 1d4 fire damage. So that's going to be 1 fire damage. Ooh, spicy. And then for my third thing, I'm just hit him with molten gauntlets, I guess.
Okay.
Oh, wait, hold on. Nope. 2 turns in a row. That's going to be too expensive. I lied. I'm going to hit him with Fire Bloom. And just, which is a short range fire attack. 16.
No. You said 16 to hit?
Okay. Correct.
Does not.
Alrighty then.
And that was your last one?
That's what I got.
Because you have to hit. Okay. Dang, I don't know about this. Okay, so I think what happens is you said he's grappled, correct?
He's grappled. I've got him wrapped up with a chain.
So what Breeze is going to do, he's going to like put his hand to the air and kind of open his fist up, and kind of like a light just like pops. And he says, ask him anything you want. And so what he's going to try to do is cast Zone of Truth.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it's a wisdom saving throw, right?
Charisma saving throw in the first turn. Yeah, charisma saving throw, it looks like.
Oh,
but it says
charisma saving throw.
Yeah, but that's only when you
speak
on a turn or start his turn. There must make a charisma saving throw. So this is going to be for the director, and he fails. And so then the director is going to say, "What do you want from me?" And he's going to try to just break that grapple, not fight back, but try to get out of the grapple.
It is a grapple contest.
Yeah, he's going to fail. That's a 10.
Yeah.
So roll 10. I don't know if you're going to... I think you'll have no trouble. Yeah, 15.
Yeah. No, I mean, it's I don't have... No, athletics? Yeah, 28. No, not 28, 23. So, he's the mine.
Okay, and yet now it's you.
What do I want from him? The KNG's corrupted. I know that. I'm not. What are you going to tell me that makes me believe differently?
What do you mean they are corrupted? We only exist to change the world for good.
Sure, the Dragon's Curse, all these dragon scales, Dr. Ryan, the double agents, none of that seems like an issue to you, All the people you're keeping in the basement?
Dr. Ryan's been missing. Those people, listen, they're a danger to themselves as much as the world. And that's because, yes, the Dragon's Curse. That's what we're trying to do, is reverse it.
Yeah, but who put you in charge of murdering everybody?
And, he stops for a second. And almost like you didn't ask the question. He just, what did you say?
Who put you in charge of murdering everybody?
And now you phrase it a little bit like, we're not murdering anyone. That's why the bodies are there if we can help it. We hope that when we can change things back, that they can go back home.
Pretty sure you gave us a license to kill as we see fit.
To defend yourselves as you see fit.
And then we're snatching up all these artifacts and these dragon scales in the KNG's name, but we don't get memories.
What do you mean? You have your memories.
I disagree. I was asleep for how long? Didn't find out that until I went to an outside consultant.
What are you talking about? You were recruited just like everyone else.
Sure, but I was recruited 600 plus years ago.
You feel even against like this grapple, kind of like just like a dead weight, and his head just he like holds it. I don't know what you're talking about.
Interesting. You're a really bad director if you don't understand that something is amiss here. So you're either incompetent or corrupt.
Something's been amiss for a very long time. Hence the KNG and its goals, its missions. To set
How long have you
right
been
again.
presiding over the KNG?
About 30 years now.
Awesome. Did you get a book that said, here's all the shit we did?
I mean, we have the archives that talks about previous agents and missions they've gone on and all the things in the base. Everything that I know, we've been operating as such for a long time.
I'm not from this time. I'm from 600 years ago, when the event actually happened.
What are you saying?
What are you saying? What do you mean? You know when the Dragon Scale events happened.
We have books about them, but we don't know exactly what happened.
I do. I was there. And then I woke up here.
And he almost is, he kind of like, first you bust in here, we thought you're dead, and now you're claiming to have been alive during the event, the blossoming.
I'm under the zone of truth. What about it?
I don't know the answers to this. This doesn't... And again, he grabs his head. This doesn't make any sense. And he looks over to Breeze, and Breeze says, I don't know, partner. This one's on you. I'm not the director.
All right.
You've got the questions.
Let me ask this question then. How many scales are still in Dr. Ryan's laboratory?
He should have the 3 that before you all left, we had.
Perfect.
And they were searching for the black scale a couple months ago. But Ryan's been missing.
Perfect. Devin, what would it take for me to club this guy and knock him unconscious?
I think not a whole lot because you've already got him. You've got him grappled. I think if you're able to do enough damage, let's say if you can do, if you're able to get up to 20 damage in one, I think 40 damage, Zebra says. I think if you, let's call it a call shot, you want to knock him out, roll with a disadvantage, and if you are able to do it, we'll say you got to get a 14. You got to get at least a 14.
Damage?
Call it an attack roll.
Oh, an attack roll? Oh, okay. I'll say, like, I don't tell you, that's a stretch. Let's see. All right. Let's see. The lowest roll is going to be an 11. It's not going to do it. So I attempt to knock him out.
Yeah, I think you wallop him against the head. But he
Go to sleep.
And he's like, at that point again, he's gonna try to just break apart from you.
Sure.
It's terrible. It's an 8. He doesn't do it.
I'd have to roll real low.
Yeah.
I'd have to roll real low. No, 17. I want to wallop him again.
This time I think you can roll a flat, 14 or greater.
That should be fine at this point. Let's just roll like fuck. Another 11.
Again. Oh, just hit him in the head. He's a little groggy after this one.
Go to sleep.
So what
Breeze,
we're
you
getting
can help
here,
me.
it's not about quality, it's about quantity. Is what I'm getting at here. Okay, so let's do this.
It's either this or I kill him, Breeze.
Okay, so Breeze is going to close his eyes for a second, kind of bow his head, and you see his mouth moving, and he is going to cast Banishment on Director Howson. And so suddenly...
Okay. I wait 1 minute.
No. So
Does
in this
Director
one,
Housen-
in this minute, he says, "Partner, I get what you're doing, but I think maybe we've got some. I think he's not our guy. I've known Director Housen for a long time.
Yeah, no, I get that. Your zone of truth told me he's not as fucked up as I thought he was going to, but I don't need him talking. So he sleeps or dies when I put on the collar. Your choice. Because I'm, you know what? At this point, I'm not against killing him.
I do. If you could do me the favor, look, I know if there's going to be casualties, and there's going to be some we don't intend, but I just don't. If we could not do that to him, I prefer to knock him out. I'll help you do that. I'll help you knock him
Breeze,
out.
I like you. If you help me knock him out, then we're good.
I'm his friend. Let me do it.
If you do something weird, Breeze, that I don't like, I'm going to blow up.
I'm going to do it sexy. Is that weird? The way I knock it's going to be tantalizing.
No, that's...
You will wonder how a man can knock someone out. Okay. So, I'm just trying to read this. So, does he come right back into the same place?
As long as he's from this plane, he reappears.
Yeah.
I know this spell really well, don't I, Kristoff?
So, he... Breeze prepares... is just waiting to do the strike as soon as Director Housen returns, and just chops him in the neck, and he goes out.
So he goes night. Perfect, wonderful. Lots of HP for that. How far am I from the rooms?
So you would know the rooms are down a few floors from where you're at, but you're gonna have to take several hallways, go through main areas.
Yeah, not as great as I thought.
So while you and Breeze are talking, let's jump over to the other two who are currently descending the elevator. One thing we love at Lawful Stupid, among the other things we love at Lawful Stupid, is spreading the word about your business. Or maybe you want to tell your sweet, sweet grandma that you love her for the world to hear. We want to give you that chance. If you're a business and want to get your services on the air, or just want to tell a loved one a personal message, head on over to lawfulstupid.org/message in a bottle. There you can take around 250 words to say what you want. Business ads are $20, personal ads are $10. Tell the world what you have to hear with Lawful Stupid's Message in a Bottle.
I imagine B is rocking back and forth on her toes. You know, when you awkwardly hold your hands in front of you, just kind of like, well, this is B living my life, waiting for this really long elevator.
Ding! It stops on the floor, and
it's not our floor.
This gnome gets on in like this black cloak, and then just turns in front of you. The door shut, and
it's the KNG. Oh, we're the KNG, right? Okay. So I'm just gonna stand there awkwardly.
Oh, I'll push the button, and they push a button.
We haven't pressed our button for why was the elevator moving before then?
You did, but
then why was the elevator moving?
I don't know. Magic.
We should have been going down.
I think you've lost a core concept of how elevators work, sir.
They're supposed to go up. It's elevator. Elevates you. Why are they going down at all? I don't understand it.
This is a descender.
It should be a de-escalator.
And then it goes down a couple floors, and that gnome gets off, and the door shut again. And you're continuing down.
It's a catchy tune.
Yeah. Just humming along at this point.
It's growing on me, I'll be honest.
A little foot tap Obviously, that's the thing going on.
Kind of makes me want to like work out a little bit. Like starts doing push-ups on his knuckles. In the elevator.
Well, what if someone else comes in? Won't they like look at you funny?
Yeah, but like, okay, that's fair.
Alright, I mean, you do that, and I'll stand backwards at the door. People don't like that.
Come in, the elevator door's open. It's Miss B standing backwards. You just turn around and leave. She's covered in blood always.
Ding! And you reach the floor. And it's Fume up on the ceiling, arms and legs spread out wide, so that he's like clung to the ceiling, and Miss B just standing backwards. Make the art happen now. And there are a few people, and they look at this and they just keep walking. They just keep going on by, and you hear them say like,
"They go for the other elevator."
Must be the new people.
Must be the new people. Man, they've really lowered the recruiting standards.
Yeah, so you're out onto kind of this main hallway you're used to. So I don't know where you want to go. Like, what's your goal here?
We gotta make it to that lab, right? We gotta make it to the lab, grab all the scales, and leave. So,
you take a series of hallways.
What I'm gonna go ahead and do, Devin, is use my new level 11 class feature, which will let me just become invisible. Just get to be in area of dim light or darkness. You can just become invisible. So as I'm shadow stepping 60 feet from shadow to shadow, I'm doing that invisibly.
So there are just enough spaces, I guess, kind of like where the light's set up. There's like maybe small slivers of like shadow that are in the hallways.
We'd already talked about how I was kind of like shadow slinking around, but now I'm doing that invisibly.
Okay. And you're dodging, I imagine, because there's people that are milling about. It's not just empty hallways. So you're having to like, from time to time, I may make you make a dexterity roll, just to see how's it going over there. Acrobatic check. How are we flipping around?
A stealth check?
No, acrobatics. I imagine you're like. I mean, I guess you could do stealth, but I imagine you're just flipping over, just because you flip over everybody. But
as a monk, I can just walk on.
Spider-Man
walls and stuff. I can. I live like that's in my class. Is that I can just. I don't have to make a roll. I can just walk on. I can walk on both walls and water at this point.
What's even the point anymore? What's
nothing
what can he walk
mobility.
on? What will he walk on next?
Mobility is kind of where I excel. I can go very far. No matter what's. I can go very far, very quick. No matter what's in between me and where I want to go. That's my ability.
We found out here's where the secret is. When Kristoff would whisper a name, Fume would then run it to that person and tell them, and that's how the seasons are.
He would run to Kristoff and go, oh fuck, 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 oh fuck.
This guy said your name.
This guy said your name. It's been like 2 weeks, but I ran all the way here from the Sapphire Seas. Ilaria was there. Ilaria went there next. And she was in some deep doo-doo, and she whispered your name. I happened to be passing by, so I had to run all the way here to Goron. It took me a whole week. It's gonna take you probably 3 weeks to get there, because you're not fast like me.
Full circle, everybody. Full circle.
I guess hop on my back, and I'll carry you to them. They need you.
Yeah, and so you make your way to the library, but here's the problem. You guys don't have a key card high enough level to get in. Unless you...
The library or the laboratory?
The laboratory?
I mean, I kept Dr. Ryan's hand and one of his eyes, so I can do thumbprint or orbital scan, but you're saying this is a key card situation? Then I have this hand in this eye, and for nothing.
For nothing right now, yeah.
Cool. I guess I'm just going to wander the hallways and find the upper ranks and see which cards I can steal.
Punching
everyone. So if you remember, there is like a bar area that exists within. There's like a kind of a social hangout area here.
Oh yeah, good groovy 62 or whatever.
176, 62. 62 is my father, and
he has many fathers.
They were It was built by other robots, which is weird. You wouldn't like.
Yeah, I don't know.
Doctor's
Don't talk
robot
about
science was my father.
So is that where you'd like to? You just want to try maybe hallways? It could be a little more difficult if we try just as people walk by. But
what I'm going to do, I'm going to find somebody that looks like they have a high enough rank displayed, and then I'm going to speak. You're better at sleight of hand, but I can just be invisible, which means I'll definitely have advantage. So
why don't we just split up?
You get one, I get one.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, we're doubling our odds of fucking this whole thing up. If you're cool with that, I'm cool with that.
Who would like to go first?
I'll go first.
Sounds good.
So you're walking into this place unseen, correct?
I am shadow stepping in Visiblest.
Okay, so you step into this the bar area, and there are a lot of the tables are filled tonight. It seems to be pretty busy. There's a couple people on stage singing. They have like a local band, or the KNG people have the skills to play, and so they are playing live music. Groovy 176 at the bar seems to have some upgrades, different like sheen of like spray on him. Looks, instead of like his silver,
He can now dispense
it's like a gold
seltzer
color
water from his finger.
Yeah, it's from downtown. I think you slink around the corner, and there are some level 5 and 10s, and they're talking about like things going on down south. How a lot of the more experienced agents have been put on mission and have been there for some time now, but they haven't reported back. They haven't gotten any updates. Usually when they can follow up in the archives later to see kind of what the agents reported on, no one's come back in a long time. That's probably 30-40 agents who are experienced, and that they're on standby to kind of go and assist as well, and that Dr. Ryan has been missing for like a month or two, and so that's weird as well. And they're thinking that like KNG is going to fall apart. Like, well, who's going to take over? What's going on? Kind of that conversation's happening. They all have kind of like their work gear on still. They haven't like dressed down yet. And so it's presumable that they still carry their key cards because they need to get back to their rooms and stuff too.
Going for a little grabby grab, Devin.
Yeah, I think just kind of the first person you come to is an average male character. He is human male. And
so everyone strays closer to the shadows.
They've all got a couple glasses apiece at least, so they're kind of just in their cups, really. And you're able to, I'm just going to give it to you, secure that individual's card. Well, actually, let's just with a disadvantage. Yeah, he does not notice that it is gone. And so you have a card. Beatrice, are you still, because I'm assuming you're unawares of this is happening at the same time.
And also musical. You see a card float out of a guard's pocket.
No, she would have picked a different target. That's more fun. I want to go for one of those level 10 babies, because I think I stole a level 5 earlier and that wasn't enough to go. So I want a 10.
Yeah, I think that at the bar itself, down at the very end, kind of where it curves, there are a couple seats there. And there are two ladies who are sitting down at the end, and you know one of them to be Crimson. She was like the art instructor who is also, she's pretty high level from the university. And there's some other, there's like a tiefling that is there with her as well. And they're just talking about the day and students and how, students can be, and they're late and they just don't understand what's going on in the world, that kind of thing, just complaining about work.
Cool beans. Well, she still has her hood up. And then I guess just check the general pockets for a card. She's not really. It's more of a walk past kind of thing.
Okay. If you want to go ahead and do sleight of hand.
Yeah, no problem. How does a 32 sound?
Sounds like you just got your wrist caught in her pockets, and she pulls you up. Throws you against.
I'm level 10.
She's. Yeah, it's very good. You're able to
fucked up.
slip the card out of there. And I think having secured that, what do you both like meet back at the front door? Like,
no, actually, seeing Miss B successful in her mission Fume is going to... Because they have, like, that conversation when they're coming in, like, I can sneak on ahead, I'm very sneaky. But he's like, no, I'm sneaky, too. I think Fume just wants to show that he's a little bit sneakier, and I would like to go for another key card, please.
Oh, my. Where are you going? What are you going to do?
I would like to find another agent of appropriate level.
Okay,
There aren't any, I understand.
on the opposite side of the stage, there are a group of 5s there, which is, you would need a 5 or a 10 to get into the lab. They are standing around a table. And
can I look at the one that I stole earlier? Is it level 5 or level 10?
it's a level 10.
Yeah, I just need 1 5 then out. It must be.
And so you're there, and I imagine you're just rolling now at this point to see if you get caught. That's what we're doing. So go ahead and roll for me, stealth or sleight of hand at this point.
With advantages, I'm invisible.
I mean, that makes sense to me, and they're drinking too. There's a lot of factors here that make sense.
So far, so good.
Wait, what does that give you?
21.
Oh.
Dang.
Second one's the advantage save.
You go, okay. Yeah, and you got it, and you get, I think you grab like 2 of their cards, just rapid success. 5 plus 5 is 10, and so you bring your 3 cards back to the front.
I'm going to slip them into Miss B's pocket.
You could try.
I would
roll
like to
try.
Okay. Do you?
No,
I want to do a
I'm
contest
not,
of her perception
no.
versus your.
Her passive perception is like 400.
Well, let's do
I'm
it.
not
I want to
doing
see
it.
how this play. Okay, he's not doing it.
Okay, why? Fume doesn't know that Miss B's passive perception is 21.
So he's trying to be slick, right? Like,
I
I didn't get
roll
anything.
to try
Check
to
your
beat
pockets.
her passive. I'm not actively
Yes.
rolling against her.
All right, let's do it.
What's your passive, Miss B?
It's 21.
21. Okay. I knew it was 20 something. I said 21 earlier, but I didn't actually know. Here we go. I gotta roll really good.
Yeah.
I rolled exactly 21. Meets beats.
Meets beats.
The
yeah.
DC was set at 21. I exceeded it.
I like it. So you are able to put the cards in there, and you're both there now. And conversation goes as.
I guess she'll go into her pocket to get all the cards out and just be like, looks like I took more than I planned.
Good job, Miss B. I didn't get any.
Well, that's alright. She'll take his hand so they can go walk together to the door.
I thought it was going to be like one of those, like, the 21 things, like, I didn't get any cards. Oh, wait, check your pockets.
The gift of the Magi.
Yeah.
Nope, it's mine now. I was like, well, I guess that was more than I wanted.
All right. You've got cards. Cards galore. And you make your way toward the laboratory, presumably avoiding as many people as you can along the way. Of course, Fume is shadow dancing along the way.
That's what it's called, shadow dancing, yes.
Shadow dancing. I just imagine like the Reaper thing.
Just me fucking... it's just like I'm voguing. It's just like one freeze frame, just doing different cool, like Ginyu poses.
And I think you're able to...
That's how you know I'm old. I don't say JoJo poses. I say Ginyu poses.
Use Ginyu.
Your age is showing.
Yeah, I know.
You open the door into this lab, and it looks mostly shut down. Like there's like some of the glassware is broken, that the testing materials and kits it's kind of strewn about the floor. Trash, paper that's wadded up is everywhere. It's very unkempt. When you were here last time, you remember being very, very clean. But it looks like nobody's been here in a while. Dust kind of covers. There's a layer of dust and everything. And then you see the door at the back. That was where Dr. Ryan's office was. And you can see kind of under the door through the edges, there is a light on coming through.
Could I just really quickly do a quick scan of the room and see if there's anything there's not dust on? Like if there's anything that's been disturbed?
Do this. Roll an investigation for me.
I would love to. I rolled a 7.
Yeah, nothing seems untoward. It just seems
Understood.
like no one's been here for a while, is what you get.
Got it. And it looks like there's a door ajar with a light on.
Yeah, so like in this room, there's like a small doorway size into like another larger area on the opposite side of a wall. But if you kept going straight, then you would run into where Dr. Ryan's office is.
I mean, heading to Dr. Ryan sounds good.
I don't know why we wouldn't. I definitely looked around and didn't see anything that tells me to stop in here. So
you continue on and you open the door, and as you do, you see something that takes both of your breaths away. And we'll flip back over to Will and Breeze, and we have now a knocked out Director Housen.
Yeah,
and he says,
so he pops back and he punches him in the face.
Yep, he says, "All right, what do we do?"
Great. Oh yeah, no, great. William pops on the collar.
Always popping.
We did not establish how long that lasts.
Because
that's important.
I think it just till you take it off or it's broken. I don't know that. I think you take it off, and when you take it off, you have to rest until or until next episode, whatever.
Okay, cool. So I'm gonna pop on my collar. I'm now Director Townsend.
Housen.
And then I'm gonna take Housend.
Yeah, Housen.
Housend. Perfect. It's the whole body, right? It's not just his head.
It literally is neck up, isn't it?
Yeah, neck up. Yeah, that's the thing. Is like it's neck up.
And Director Housen,
it's neck up.
Director Housen, as we've talked many times, is a different color of skin than William.
No, he's
I'm just
tan. He's a darker complected, yes, but white hair slicked back. So I mean, similar.
By that logic, I strip off his clothes and take his key card for one.
Okay.
And I put his clothes on. If it's neck up only, I put on his clothes.
Yeah, that's a super good move. And so now you're in this. I think he's a little shorter than you, and so you can see a little bit more of your wrists and ankles than what you could see of his.
All right.
I have a question for the group, real quick. Boxers or briefs? For
Boxer briefs.
Director Housen,
He's a boxer briefs.
He wears boxer briefs.
Boxer briefs.
That's a good move. That's what I go with personally.
Same.
Yeah.
Oh, he took everything.
Right. So,
oh gosh,
no, he just would have to. He took
everything.
He would be in something.
He would be in boxer briefs. Yeah.
If he goes commando,
leave him naked. I'm not gonna put those on.
These even have like his name embroidered with his rank, like with the X's right on the crossbar.
Somebody's gonna put a pointed gun to Will's head and be like, "If you're really the director, show me your name stitched into your underwear."
Because they all do it. It's protocol.
Yeah, anyways, so I take the key card and I say, follow me, Breeze, and I walk out and I'm going to lock the conference room with the key card.
Okay, and where are you headed?
Oh, I'm headed to the basement where all the scary things are.
Okay, let me see.
I know how to get there.
No, I'm looking. A couple people kind of give you a look as you walk by, but you're direct. I mean, what do you? Some people say,
I'm the director.
"Do you need any help, director?"
Nope. Keep moving. Have a good day.
Roll a deception check for me.
Sure.
With advantage. These are students. Like you're.
And I have his face?
I mean, you're in a built like power. Like they wouldn't just like question necessarily someone with their rank there.
Let's see.
That works. That one first one does it. 15.
14. I mean, yeah. Well, no, that's not at their combined rolls because it's advantage. 9 plus 6.
Yeah.
14. 14?
15. That works.
No, 15.
Yeah, and they shrug and just keep walking.
All right, cool. I go to the elevator, swipe my card, go to the basement.
Breeze is like, what are we going to do down here?
Do you want to go to the director's to the lab and meet up with the other people? And I'll meet up with you.
Yeah, I mean, are you going to be okay by
I
yourself?
can drop you off at the oh, yeah, I know. I know. Kane.
Jeremiah, his brother's Kane.
I know Abel. Yeah. Jeremiah. I remember.
Well, tell him I said hello. And things are weird.
Great.
All right, I'll see you. I'm going to go catch up with the other.
Bree says things are weird.
Things are weird, and just to ignore what you're doing. But you're Director Housen right now, so you don't have to say anything, I guess.
I won't. Don't worry.
My employee Breeze told me to tell you that things are weird, but just let me do whatever I'm doing. All right, keep on.
All right, well. Okay, and Bree says, all right, well, take it easy. And he'll kind of walk away. He kind of puts...
Yeah, tell the group I'll meet up with
it
him.
up, and he's like, well, we figured that. And he heads off toward lab.
Okay. It's also going to murder somebody you didn't think about.
Will, yeah, you head down into the basement. Cue creepy music.
Yeah, go to the basement. All right, here we go.
Here's the thing. It's quiet down here. Too quiet.
The exact amount of the exact appropriate amount.
As you step out onto like the graded pathway, there's several layers, levels you can see down, and you see way out into the middle of this, in that circular kind of dome shape where Jeremiah keeps his guard shack is, along this hallway of doors. You can see blood kind of splattered on this glass, this dome. And you can see that the body of Jeremiah lies in like a chair, sitting back. And like his hand had hit the glass, it was bloodied and like kind of went down. And then you see that like 4 or 5 of the doors that are supposed to be closed are open.
Okay. I go to Jeremiah's office.
Yeah, and you're in there, and so you go in.
And that's where he's all dead and fucked up?
Yeah, okay. He's dead. Or at least you think he is. So roll a perception check for me.
Sure. Not great. 6.
He kind of does like a cough, and like blood comes out of his mouth, but he doesn't move again.
Okay. I look around. Do I see something that looks like it might open all the doors?
Yeah, you would know, kind of looking at the screen when you were training, that there's like an emergency release button that would open all these things. It's like got this big glass, and it's double locked, and it's like emergency only, kind of situation.
I hit that button, and then I'm going to sprint for the elevator, full speed, using my fire flying if I have to. I'm going to open all the doors and go to the elevator, full speed.
You hit the button.
Mm-hmm. I have the key card.
And
for the boss man.
This wave of noise, whether it's like screams or roars or like these weird sounds, begin to erupt kind of into this large chambered area, multi-layered, doors everywhere. How many years the KNG has existed, they've been gathering in personnel and items and figures and weird things into this building. Mm-hmm. And you've just hit the doomsday button to open them all up.
Yeah.
And you step out from this center control area, and you still have Director Housen like on your shoulder?
No, I left him in the conference room and I locked the door. I'm not carrying him with me.
Okay, so he's in there. As you run out, can you do a dexterity saving throw for me?
Sure can. It's not great. It's a gentleman's 6.
No, you get hit in the head with this like ball as you're running, just pings you right in the head, and you take 12 damage from it. Bludgeoning.
What type of damage? Oh, bludgeoning.
And then you're able to keep running. You are almost to the door. Would I know
what the ball was?
No, it's flying, so you wouldn't have had time to proceed it.
It hurt. Got it.
Is there anything else? So you're just running to the door, right?
No, I'm full speed running to the door. I'm dashing. I'm blasting fire. Everything I can do to make this as fast a trip as possible.
You suddenly feel cold when you get to the door. And I think you reach out for it. Yeah, to the elevator, yeah. And as you turn...
I press the button. This elevator door's got to open for me.
As the door begins to close, that shadow girl that you once saw, that you begin to see her walking towards you, and she has to stop right before she gets to the door. And it is the creepiest looking. I mean, she's got like blood dripping from her mouth, but she's just like this darkness that exists with this long hair. But her eyes, she's smiling with that white like the sleepers do, and her eyes are that same thing. And she like reaches out for you, but as her hand touches the light, she screeches and then screams out, and the door closes.
So I know as the door's closing, as this is happening, because Will's played with her before. He ain't scared that he winks at her and says, "See you soon," and then presses the floor for the lab.
And then the music plays.
Oh, this is great. I didn't notice that the first time. Oh, now Breeze is dear. Mm-hmm. Oh, this is catchy. Maybe the director did know what he was doing.
Ding! You are back on the top floor.
Oh, I went to the library floor, or the laboratory floor.
Or the main floor.
Okay, great.
So back in the KNG.
Yeah, where I left Breeze, though. Because there's multiple floors in the KNG.
This is the main floor. Everything exists in the KNG, like the normal, where all your rooms are, everything is.
You told me our stuff was 2 floors down a second ago. Our rooms were 2 floors down a second ago.
No, your rooms are on the same floor. There's like a hallway that would take you to where everyone goes to the same door.
All right.
Yeah,
I get there, and then I'm going to, as the doors open, I'm going to. Is there a stop elevator button? There's got to be, right?
Yeah.
I pull the stop button, and then I bolt for the laboratory.
As you come out, you notice that there are alarms blaring right now everywhere in the KNG, and lights are flashing on and off.
Yeah.
But it's a red light, like a red light that's coming through. So it's not going like shadow and then back on. I mean, there's too many protocols. It would never use shadow. And so those are flashing. And so you're bolting to
the lab.
So I think you get to the lab. And you come to the door, scan in, boop, just like everyone else did. And you notice, roll a perception check for me.
Oh, I'm really good at those. That's a natural 1.
You notice nothing is amiss. No one's here, but you know that they said they were meeting here. You see the door in front of you. The light is escaping from it as well. I assume you go through.
Well, canonically, by the time I get to the door, they would have done something. So I don't. What have they done? Like, do I see them standing in front of the door?
No.
So none of my
door's
people are
closed.
here. I'm asking you the question. You don't shrug at me when I say...
You don't see... You
Yeah.
see... I told you don't see anyone. You see a door. It's
He's
closed.
telling you it's not a narrative failure on his part. He's telling you
I'm
that
asking.
it's intentional.
I'm just confirming that there's nobody in this room with me.
There's no one there with you.
Okay, so I'm in a different laboratory.
No, it's the same lab. You're in the lab. There's no one's there.
And there's this door cracked open with light?
Or you could just see light coming through the edges of it.
Okay. I guess I go in there.
You open the door. As you step through, you feel that familiar change of when you go into a safe house. And what you see in front of you is unlike anything you've ever seen. You're like in this, like an area. It's not even a room. It's an area. There's this gigantic tree that very similar to the tree that was in the Sun Elf village or Sun Elf kingdom, gargantuan in nature. And then you see your friends in front of you also, and so Fume and Breeze and Beatrice are there. And I think you guys have you've just been standing mouth agape at what you're viewing. On this tree, its gargantuan size, seem to be several things that are growing on it that look very strange for a tree. In like these egg sacs, there are people that are growing on it. There are creatures. There are items that just, you name it, like baseball bats and wands, scrolls, some buildings hanging from some of these sacks. And then kind of all in this grassy area around the tree are just tables and tables littered with gadgets and gizmos. From behind the tree, you hear someone say, "It's time, I suppose, that we meet for realsies." And out from behind the tree steps who you know to be Dr. Ryan.
How many times do I have to put you in the ground, motherfucker? And I'm going to produce my blade.
And then he says, and so he kind of jumps back from that, and out steps from in front of him, even larger than Jeremiah, is this Goliath character, standing like 8 feet tall. He's got scars all over his body, and he has like these white eyes, not glowing white eyes, just white eyes. And he doesn't seem to have any facial expressions. He's got pale blue skin, and he's got 2 large axes in each hand and like this full-on metal armor. But he doesn't have a helmet on. And you'll notice that his mouth is sewn shut. And Ryan says, "Go on, plaything." And that's where we're in the episode. Hey everyone, thanks for listening to this dark episode of Will Almost Gets a Girlfriend, a Lawful Stupid Love Story. Hey everybody, thanks for listening. We do appreciate you hanging on. Man, we're getting so close to the end of the season. We're so excited about C4, so I hope you just keep hanging in there with us. And I'll give it to my friends.
Well, if you want to talk about Lawful Stupid and hang in there with us and just excited for all the things, you should come to join our Discord server. Go to discord.lawfulstupid.org, and the handy dandy link, you'll just pop in. We'll say hello.
We will. We always do.
Or you just say yo.
Or say yo. Either one. Whatever makes you happy.
You'll be greeted.
Copious amounts of money makes me happy. True. And if you want to do that, you can just, if you want to give us your money, you can go to store.lawfulstupid.org. We got a hoodie. We got a zip up there now if you want to get that. That'll be up there for a temporary amount of time. So go get it fast, quick, and now. Oh yeah, really important. It's really far ahead based on when this is gonna record. Min-Max Mankind is coming up, and usually we have a T-shirt of some kind, and all that money goes to charity. So you should get one.
Mm-hmm. The only thing that makes me happy is charity and dogs. Luckily, Paul's RPG and Roll for Humanity have me covered. What a weird segue. Anyway,
he's been practicing it all day too. That's what's crazy.
Let's go ahead and roll. I rolled a 17 for Paul's RPG. I love that all of my great rolls have been for Paul's RPG. I've always been like, dogs deserve all the money and people don't, and the dice agree with me. 15.
Whoa! That was the last one, and then it was just, they are the owner of a roll of 34 from a couple weeks ago. That's a good news story all in itself.
Mm-hmm. They deserve all the money.
Love it.
It's already theirs, technically and legally.
True.
We're honor bound.
There's some law out there, like written on a stone tablet from the first man. That's just like
verbal contract.
All dogs get all the money. All the money forever goes to dogs.
All right. Well, here we go. Good news story for today. It's animal related. Wheelchair tumbles into lake, but 81-year-old is saved from drowning by his dog's barking.
Oh, they just changed Life Alert to be dogs now. They're more friendly.
Good job, Avon.
You did press Life Alert and an adorable St. Bernard comes by.
Yeah. Super cute.
Okay.
Let me tell you, that's cute that you think it's that way. That you think He was like, "Oh, my dog, I'm coming back." No. This motherfucker goes, "You again?" I went into the water to escape it. So then he came out and just fucking murdered that dog. He's tired of the barking. Been dealing with it for 15 years.
Desperate times and all that.
Dog lived too long for this old man.
Dwayne is pretty close to correct. Almost got it this time, buddy.
That's better than
But
normal.
unfortunately, you did miss the mark just a little bit. There is an age. There's a years old dispute between the dog and the old man, but it's not 15 years. It is 1,500 years. So what you see is this lake has regenerative properties. Obviously, the Fountain of Youth does exist inside this lake, and things have been going pretty good for a while. But after 1,500 years, the relationship, the spiritual marriage, if you will, the spiritual marriage that a 1,500.
Welcome to Lawful Stupid, where we support bestiality.
But not furries. Don't get it twisted.
The kind of spiritual relationship that only a 1,500-year-old man and a 1,500-year-old dog can have together. And that's soured as a thing. You know, it's the little things, the grind. It's like, oh my god, you're gonna snore for the next 1,500 years? Like, I don't know what the rules are. So anyway, the dog's killing the man.
Long story short, TLDR.
TLDR, the dog is killing the man. He's pulling him out of the Fountain of Youth every time he tries to get in there. The dog pulls him back out so that he will just succumb to age. So the dog can be the only immortal remaining.
So good.
That way he can have all the money.
Dogs deserve all the years of your life and all the dollars in your bank account.
So they kill you, they deserve it.
No, they don't deserve it. I mean, I'm saying, like, if you could, we can't, unfortunately, but if you could give all the years of your life to a dog instead, first of all, it's going to automatically, just because of the currency transition, it's going to go 7 times in value. Because your human life is worth 7 dog years. So that dog's going to, out of one human, live up to 700 years. That's absurd. That's just, when you talk about value.
What am I even worth?
And think about how many horrible murderers and terrible people there are rotting in jail cells right now, eating up tax dollars. If instead we designed a machine that downloaded the years of their life into a machine and then uploaded them into a dog for a 7 times currency explosion?
Are you sure? Because all those years probably going into that lake, and that old man's taking all the dog his years.
Well, the dog still has access to the lake, and the dog has been bathing in the lake for 1,500 years. It's more, honestly, the dog found the lake first, and the human was just there, and he was like, "My dog found this lake. This is mine now." The dog's like, "Why the things I find you automatically get?" Like, it's kind of weird to me that, like,
if you'd like to hear more about this, just subscribe to Patreon, because that's where you can find Shane's novella on the dog and the man.
It's called
and their marriage.
The Right Kind of Furries is what it's called.
they're not.
There is a wrong kind.
There is no sexual relationship between the dog and the man. I feel like it's absurd. I should have to clarify that. But lots of people get married and don't fuck. In fact, it's the common practice between married people, I've heard.
Disagree.
We love you.
Bye.
Elevator music.
James, make your own elevator music to put in here.
Or take
It
one
should be
from
just like that. It should be a
C1 or
long-
C2.
It should be a long. Oh, but like make it toony. Like take like
Yes,
the C1.
yes.
Oh, take the OG closing theme from C1 that we. but like make it super elevatory and put it on there.
But you guys
like
right now
Muzak?
have to start off with some things that just are. We need
It's
some
Muzak
banter.
Shepard.
You need something that's just nothing of.
No. So what it should be? It should be back to you on the elevator. Pause, music, and then conversation. It's Muzak Shepard.